Hello and welcome to another RTA Virtual Motorsport Formula V Scholarship Highlights video. Today we are at Road Atlanta Short. Basically for Formula V, all it involves is one braking zone at the chicane and one slight lift off the throttle at turn 3, and everywhere else is flat out. So a lot of close quarter racing. We had some okay results tonight. We start going into this race 5th in the scholarship, so we're hoping to try and gain a few places and hopefully capitalise on some errors that some of our rivals will make. So sit back and I hope you enjoy the chaos over the next 20 minutes.
We begin race 1 having qualified in 16th position. Unfortunately, the tow was very competitive and very powerful, worked up to 1.5 seconds around this track over a lap. However, we still have plenty of chances to get by in race 1 and move forward. And we go green. The unique thing about Road Atlanta is when you start down fairly further back, you will be driving around the corner and you can maybe your car in the right grip position will be able to point you straight at the correct line that you want to be for the start. So we're up the inside here of them and we're going side by side. We're seeing the field, a slight gap developing in front of us, but that should allow us to go deep into turn 3. We jump over the curb. And now at this stage we're just hoping that the field in front of us doesn't sprint away too quickly, because we can already see a bit of a gap emerging there with 0.5 seconds. Should be enough to keep us in touch, and we can see the field starting to spread out a little bit actually on lap 1, which is rather surprising. So in front of us we have Sean McGoldrick, Tony Griffin and Jack Wynn all fighting for position. And we're having a look up the inside. Peter McCann is there with us as well. He seemed to have a bit of a clutch issue at the start. And we're sorting ourselves out. We get a little slight elbow there from Sean. And we're on the run to turn one more time. So we've got several cars up, chasing us up our inside, but we get a fantastic run off Sean here, and we're going to dive straight up the inside. And unfortunately, Peter turns in on Jack, expecting Jack to have turned in already, not knowing that I was there, so unfortunately that has wiped Peter out. But that is not the last we'll see of Peter, as we will see in race 2 and 3. So at this stage here, there's quite a large gap in front of us, and we move to lap 4, and luckily with all the bunching up that's happened in the next couple of laps, that allows us to close right in. So the fear is that if you're beyond 1.8 seconds, you lose the slipstream and the guys in front can pull ahead. But there's so much side by side happening here. You can see how much we're checking up under the brakes. Like, we're backing out so we can get a clean run through this corner. We're backing out very, very early. As you can see, there's an awful lot of scrapping going on. We're getting ourselves involved in this now, slightly at risk here, but we do want to move forward. We want to try and get to the front of the field. That's what we're aiming for in this race, and we have to try and take positions where we can, but we also have to try and be patient. So we see Camto just in front of us, our championship leader, scholarship leader. We see Camto just in front of us. And it looks like Pavlo and Travis have come together. We're in Camto slipstream, and essentially this race is just about sitting back and waiting for the right chance to come, because the power of the tow is so strong, and you can see all the cars just in front of us here, all kind of going side by side, all trying to find space. None of them want to be the leader either, so at the same time they want to just create space on the track so that by creating a wall of cars that their rivals cannot overtake them. So to try and pick them off one by one. So we're heading into lap 6 and we are now in P8, just behind Pavlo. So we've got a decent run again on the run to turn 1. But as we see cars all spreading out, we're going to take a slight outside-inside line here. Pablo goes straight on. We use that gap on the inside and we're now up another place. And Camto is also looking to take advantage there in our rear mirror of Pablo. And a slight bit of contact from Pablo there, but luckily no harm done, no major damage done. Pablo unfortunately picked up a couple of incidents in this race, and once again that field is slightly pulling away from us now, but that's okay. 0.7 gap is fine. If we have that, as you can see, everybody's going to check up on this final chicane again, and that will just bring us closer. So you want to be trying to get yourself a clean run out of the corner by leaving yourself enough room to be able to power through the corner and carry that momentum all the way down the start finish straight to see if you can gain a place. But as you can see, the toe was quite strong, and a lot of the drivers are already making shapes. So we are moving forward to the end of lap 7. We have Pablo just behind us here, and we get a little bit of a check up of the car in front, and just like that we have to pull back because Dylan is in our way. We make a slight bit of contact. It does kill our momentum, but it allows Pablo to draw alongside, and so we're on the run now to turn 1. We're trying to keep in touch here because Diarmuid is just behind us. We think we have an inside line here. 3 wide is probably going to be ambitious. Pablo just cuts across our bow. That sends us into a spin and some damage on the car. Somehow we kept the car still going and pointing in the right direction. So unfortunately for us, that's put us back down just outside of the top 10, and it's not going to be a happy result for us. We've got Ken Doyle just behind us, and we're lacking straight line speed as a result of that accident, and the car seems to be handling fine, but it's just more so we don't have the straight line performance now, and we've got a train of 3 or 4 cars now all waiting to take advantage. None of them, with 47 seconds left of this race, there won't be any tactics going on. It'll be going all out, so we're trying to pick a line. We let Ken Doyle go to our right. We see Lee Cogan there up the outside as well, and we can see Dara O'Connor and Jan all looking to take advantage. So we're going to back out here slightly just to give Jan the room, and luckily we've kept the momentum going there. We did well to keep on to that position. However, with the last lap approaching, things are about to get more aggressive. So we are in Ken Doyle's wheel tracks here, but as you can see, even with the toe, I'm not putting in enough on it here. I'm just lacking the straight line performance what I had before. It is helping us somewhat. We have Lee up our inside here, and he is hanging on for dear life. He is not letting this go, and I'm kind of hoping that someone will. Fortunately, we've not got enough momentum there, and we get a bit of a rear end snapper trying to turn in, and that has made us run wide, and that will inherit us and slow down. So we've lost the place there to Jan, we've lost the place to Lee. However, on our run to the final corner, we're trying to see if we can bleed that slowdown off. So we've got half a second to bleed, and we're hoping in the braking zone that will help us negate that time. We've got Travis now all over us as well, and sadly for us, we're going to go 3 wide, 4 wide into the chicane one more time. And Dara goes up the inside, and we clatter the back of Travis. Unfortunately for us, it looked like that as Dara turned in, Travis just caught him at the backside as well, and then he was just in my way by the time I turned in. So it was just one of those things, and we've lost another few positions, and we finish a lowly 15th in race 1, so we've only gained 1 place. However, we have race 2, and we're trying to mentally reset after what's happened in race 1 and see can we have a cleaner race this time out. We get the perfect launch, the perfect timing, almost a jump start. All struggles to get off the line, and we've already got the momentum on Travis going into turn 1. However, it's unlikely we're going to be able to take him on the outside, so let's just take advantage of the toe. And we're checking up a little bit with the throttle here. We're backing out of it. We're not getting involved in any particular fight. And we have got Lee Cogan now just in front of us, who overtook us in the last race. And I guess at this stage, really, you do feel the nerves a bit when you're driving these cars in such close quarters. You're trying to drive as cleanly as you can. You're trying not to get involved in accidents and incidents. You can see with the amount of cars going 4 or 5 wide, this is probably the hardest track of the season for slipstreaming, as in to be able to defend, when to be able to defend, when to be able to attack. And in this race we are trying to take a more cautious approach. We can see already there's a car gone off, and that is unfortunately Ken Doyle. We're going to take full advantage of that and we're up the inside of Travis, heading down the hill. Travis is going to let that line down very quickly. He's going to be right alongside us very soon, and we've got Jan on our outside there as well. So we've got no toe in front, but we can't really weave too much. We're going slightly defensive from Harvey Dara here, and this car is going too wide, and we've got such a close field behind us. We kind of have to keep the throttle pinned. We can't really let anything go here. So we're up the inside of Travis, and Travis just has that ability to just turn in very late and carry momentum. We've killed our momentum the way we've taken that corner. In any case, it's almost like an accordion effect with these Formula Vs, provided the toe doesn't get too strong. But as we can see, Harvey Dara is right behind us and applying an awful lot of pressure, and desperate to get by us to see can he catch this toe in front. And we can see they're going to go 3-4 wide here, but my mindset here, I'm hoping that Harvey doesn't attack us so we can get a clean run, but that's not going to be the case because he's got Lee Cogan all over him, and Lee dives right up the inside. We have to back out of that, and that's going to kill our momentum completely. Lee doing mother and father of dive bombs is a great move, and we don't want to get involved in an accident, so we just have to back out of that. And we've lost so many places as a result of that check-up in the middle of the chicane. So it is what it is. We just have to let the field filter itself out. We can see Jack Wynn behind us. We're going 3 wide now to try and make the momentum. Probably not the smartest move, because look at Jack Wynn. He's going to go right up the outside this time alongside Harvey Dara and Dara O'Connor. We're almost 3 wide, coming into turn 3, and we let Jack go because we know we've got Lawrence behind us as well, so we're not looking pretty at the moment. We're currently in P17. We lost 3 places coming out of that last corner, and sadly for us we are well down. But with the field and all the checking up that's going on in front of us, there's every chance we can regain that back. So we're getting alongside Jack again. We're trying to keep that momentum going. We're all fighting a lot here for track position. All the heavy racing happens here. The front of the field, they're generally a lot more calm. We're all fighting for position. None of us want to be down in 18. And we just about make some of the moves stick on Jack, but we've got Harvey Dara still challenging Dara O'Connor, who's having a strong race, and Jack Wynn is going to be right in our wheel tracks as well. So we're on the run to turn 1 more time. A couple of cars going defensive. We are going to keep to the outside. We're just going to let these cars filter their way around. Jack's going to go right up our inside. We're going to let him go, and Lawrence is going to get us there now as well. And we've also got Sean McGoldrick, who's made a fantastic comeback. Dara O'Connor running wide there in the yellow V. Lawrence is backed out of it, but we leave him the room just in case he decides to check up on the inside, and Sean McGoldrick is now in front of us. So we're 10 minutes into the race, but we're 5 minutes into the race, and we can see already for ourselves that it's going to be very difficult to move forward, because there's just no way you can pull away from the toe. When you're down this low, you're going to be fighting for these positions. Look at all the drivers waiting to take advantage once again. So Ross Wheatley and Pablo are looking at us one more time. Ross goes right up our inside, but then he takes to the grass, and Pablo takes advantage of that as well. You're looking in both mirrors, and you're trying to hope that you don't fill the space where somebody else puts their car. And in this race, we're just not taking risks. After what happened to us in race 1, our mindset, my head has definitely dropped a little bit. I'm very much in the frame of mind. I just need to get this to the end without any further contact. And even though there's a huge gaggle of cars here, I'm taking the approach of this race. I don't want to be sticking my nose up the inside where it's not possible. And as a result of that, we've not really made much headway through this at all. We've had a couple of check-ups here and there, and that's allowed the field in front of us to get away. So we're on the final lap, and we're chasing Diarmuid Toomey. Basically our last chance to be able to gain 1 more place in this race, so we're fighting for the glory of P13, but still okay points and still not a bad place to be starting race 3 from. So we're going around Diarmuid's outside. We can see a huge battle happening in front of us. We're just hoping that somebody goes for broke in this battle in front of us, and we might be able to gain a good place from it. So Jack, Jan, Peter and Lawrence all fighting for position, and Lawrence has got ahead of everybody there, which is fantastic. He's going to get a great result for him. And and then Jan, Jack, Peter, myself and Diarmuid round out the bottom few cars. So we finish in that race 14th. So we gained another spot from the... Technically we've gained a spot, we've progressed, we've made progress, but in this race now our points haul isn't massive. We're going to be a little bit more ambitious. It's a 20-minute long race. We just need to hopefully play our cards right and we'll be in contention. So we're starting on the inside in P13 for race 3 and off we go. Diarmuid has made a pretty good launch on us. Peter goes defensive. We're going to take our time shifting here. We don't want to be on Peter's gearbox going to turn 1. We're just going to let the field settle themselves out. We're going to breathe on the throttle slightly just to see what happens. We've got enough of a gap behind us. Jamal is also hunting for position, but we've got a decent gap there to be able to back away and let the field sort itself out. And again, I've said it in the previous streams, everybody now just knows the game with lap 1. There's nobody doing... If you'd seen this in an open lobby in iRacing with the V's around this track, everybody would just be going straight on in turn 3 and everybody would be causing chaos. But everybody just knows that just take patience and take your time and your chance will come. And as you can see, we are in an absolute train of V's here, heading down towards the chicane. So with Diarmuid in front of us, Peter, Jack, we can see that the front of the field, there's quite a bit happening there. We're trying to keep the momentum there, but as you can see Jamal is right beside us, a seasoned Gran Turismo Academy veteran, Jamal Gandor. He is up for a good result, and it looks like we've got a car off there into the pits, and that is Sean McClements, and it looks like he's got to sustain some damage, so he has to box. So we're on lap 9 of this race, and essentially a few cars have dropped out in front of us, and we have a couple of cars bunching up at the front of the field, and with Harvey Dara and Jamal we decide just to let them go for now, and we're kind of hoping that front gap doesn't get away from us. We're hoping that we can use Harvey to pull us towards that leading train of cars, but we have Jamal and we have Diarmuid all looking for opportunities. Jamal isn't letting this go. We're going to go side by side into turn 1, take a slight breathe on the throttle just to make sure we don't understeer and plow into it. And we get the momentum, and hopefully that will be... Jamal is now 0.5 of a second behind us, but we're 0.7 behind Harvey Dara, and we can see here the field in front of us. We're not too worried now because we know the field in front of us are going to be starting to check up, and as you can see Peter McCann is already up to P4. Amazing progress once again, getting himself right towards the front. He just plays his cards right every single time when it comes to these V's. He knows exactly where to place his car, where to be at the right place at the right time, and very much a veteran of these Formula V's. So we're doing a slight check up on the throttle here as well, just so that we're not catching Harvey too much into turn 1. We want Harvey to get on with it, and Harvey's going to send us a little voice message to tell us that stay behind me right now and let's catch the field and we play ball. And that has now helped us. We're now, with a minute and a half to go, we're in 7th place. We're now right in the mix here. All 7 cars are fighting for the win. We're on the penultimate lap. We're about to go into the final lap very soon, and Peter McCann is leading, and we can get a fantastic tow. We see a gap, we just about have enough room, and we decide let's just follow Peter here, and we go from 7th to 2nd in 1 corner. Now that's with a caveat, we've got Jordan Kelly and Dylan McClements who will not let this go lying down. The 2 guys are side by side with me. Peter decides to give Jordan the tow, and with that we can see Jack Wynn almost looking to go 4 wide into turn 1. We'd see, this will be a test of all of our skill. Can we make it 3 wide through this corner? We get a slight little touch from Jordan and pushes us slightly into Dylan, and coming to turn 3 we're side by side with Jordan and we're fighting hard. We get a slight touch of Jordan's wheel and that puts us off track. On the stream it looked like that was, and actually when you go back to the replay, it did look like a lag bubble. That was what caused that accident. However, it's not over yet. Even though it's a slowdown, we're still able to bleed that away with time, and we've got enough momentum here to try and at least get a podium position if possible. We can see Travis Mawhinney is all over us as well, and we're going to go up the inside of Jordan. We're hoping to lose that slowdown on the brake, and Jack Wynn's going to have a look at us as well. We're going to dive up the inside of Jordan here into the last corner, and we we think that Jack's going to take us, and by doing that, we slightly run wide, and that runs us into Jordan Kelly, and we just miss out on the podium. Travis once again has got through. We've got Sean McGoldrick on the outside looking to take fourth place off us. We're going to run him out slightly wide to the line here just so we can't get in front, and that is P4 for us. So happy to have gotten P4, slightly disappointed to miss out on the podium, but we're going to look to see what just happened here at the last corner. So
Jack kind of behind me.
Yeah, myself and Jordan were just discussing it there. Jordan had just turned in. I could have probably turned in more, but I'd seen Jack diving up the inside, so I wasn't sure whether to leave room or not. And Jordan turned in, well, he picked his point to turn in. So, as we both agreed, it's a race incident.
Sorry about that, Jordan.
And unfortunately, that's Jordan's race ruined, but it's one of these things where both of us probably could have done more to get out of it, but this is literally the definition of a race incident where both cars could have done more to avoid it, and Travis takes us on the outside and gets that final podium position. And here we go with Sean McGoldrick on the run to the line. So P4 and P13 and P15 were our results tonight. Solid points, nothing spectacular. However, with all the commotion that's happened and the unfortunate incidents that some of the drivers had with Jan, that now puts us to P3 in the scholarship standings. We are level with Jack Wynn, and I suppose on count back of penalties, Jack would be technically ahead of us in the championship. You can see the anguish in our face after 3 races, just think we could have done better. So unfortunately, that was our round.
So we can have a quick look at the leaderboard just before we switch off. And yes, we have moved up to currently what's showing us third in the rankings. However, I think with the 15-point penalty that we have, that will on count back put us probably behind Jack if we do eventually finish level. There is a drop round that we have to take at some stage during the season, so basically our worst result, we basically can't have penalties as our to be used as our drop round. And yeah, we've got a long way to go. We still have a couple of important races left. Next week is Okayama, round 6, and after round 6 we will find out who the final 10 is of the scholarship. The final 10 isn't all on championship points, we've been told. It is to do with some probably in-race metrics, in-race performance, in-race style, racecraft, etc. I'm not really sure what we're actually been measured on, and it's been kept a closely guarded secret by the RTA judges. They're not letting on to us what's going to happen, but all will be revealed and will come out in the wash in the end. But it's been very much emphasised the championship position is not everything here, so despite the championship position maybe looking like that we're doing very well, we don't know what we've been measured on. So yeah, championship position might be a small part of it, but we shall find out in due course. So after Okayama we'll check in, and hopefully, all going well, touch wood, we'll have met the final 10 going into the last couple of rounds. And thank you very much for staying with me for this long, and we'll see you all for the next one. Take care.